So today we'll be looking at a compound interest calculation on the Friden STW10, and we'll start by going over the features that we'll be using. So the first one is the keyboard lock. Pretty simple, locks the keyboard, and if there's an existing value, it makes it so we can't change it. This isn't completely necessary for the operation we'll be doing today, but it will prevent us from accidentally changing the value in the keyboard as we perform it. The next thing will be these dial twirlers on the top, which allow us to manually enter a starting value into the accumulator or change an existing value. The feature of this machine that makes this really fast on the Friden is our accumulative multiplication feature. So we can see in a standard multiplication, like 500 times 3, when we multiply, it'll automatically clear the carriage to 0, and then place the total value in the accumulator and the multiplier value in the counter register. So we can see that here. With the accumulative multiplication, it will now leave the values in the carriage and add to them whatever it is that we're multiplying. So now we can see we have 3,000 and 1,000. Likewise, its counterpart, the negative multiplier, subtracts the values from the carriage. So the interest calculation we'll be doing is 6% over 12 years with a principal of $1,000. We're going to be placing our interest rate of 6%, 0.06, into our main keyboard, and we'll lock that in. And then we'll be using the multiplier for all our dollar values. So we'll place the decimal position 2, which means our register will have the decimal position 2, and then our accumulator will have 9 decimal places plus 2 decimal places. So the decimal place will be at position 11. The next thing we do is go to position 9, which is dollars, 10 cents, pennies, 1/1000ths of a dollar. We'll dial in the 5, and the manual says just to cover it up. And what that does is it will automatically round up to the nearest penny when appropriate now. And then we can start by adding our principal, which is $1,000. Oops. See, we've already made an error in which we forgot to clear out our previous value, and so we can simply clear that down to 0 manually. But now we have our principal of $1,000 in the counter register, and our first interest will be $60, which we'll add into the multiplier section. And so we can see after the first year, our balance is $1,060. And then we keep copying down our interest values into the multiplier and continuing. If at any point we've made an error, we can clear the multiplication section, and it won't affect the rest of the values in our carriage. can see after our 12 years, our balance is now $2,012.20. And then we can just finish off by zeroing out the machine.